Hi friends, welcome to the channel. This is your Govindraj. Thank you very much for watching my previous videos and also sharing it in your network. And also thank you very much for subscribing my channel. Today we are going to address very important topic related to Posh compliance. So on these days you are seeing more news about this She-Box portal, and many district offices and the state machineries, especially the child and women welfare ministries and departments, are taking up the compliance related to Posh Act very seriously, and they are asking you to comply the provisions, declare your ICs in the She-Box portal, and also declare the awareness and other programs whether you have done or not. And also they are also asking you to register under the She-Box portal and file your annual returns in the She-Box portal. Now after knowing this, I went behind this topic little more deeper to understand where this requirement is coming. Now if you look at the provisions of Posh Act 2013, especially the Sexual Harassment at Workplace Prevention and Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013, it has got certain requirements. So before getting into the topics, let me give you an important topic. Now this channel also comes up with the paid channel, and where I've talked very intense discussions on many aspects of the labor law and also upcoming labor codes. There is already one module is available on the wage code 2019, and going ahead all the modules of the labor codes are going to be coming up in the paid channel, and the information which are related to case laws and interpretations and very specific topics with clear explanation are going to be available in the paid channel. So there are three options are available, three levels are available. Depending on your interest, you can choose that option so that you can get benefited by knowing more and more detailed and intense knowledge. Now with this background, so let me get into this topic. Now when it comes to Posh Act, before getting into the She-Box compliance and the requirement and your notification from the district officers, let me give you a brief requirement under the Posh Act 2013. Now this act mandates the constitution of internal committee to address workplace sexual harassment complaints, and this compliance is mainly coming for the establishment where 10 or more persons are employed. So here the gender is not very important. If you have 10 or more persons working in your establishment, you are required to constitute the internal committee, and the employer is also required to provide adequate awareness and training on the sexual harassment related matters to sensitize and prevent the sexual harassment at the workplace. And this requirement mainly coming because of protecting the women employees, because if you look at the objective of the act of 2013, this protects the women employees from sexual harassment at workplace, and the employer is also required to file annual returns on the measures taken in this regard. So these are the basic requirements which is coming for the under the act of 2013. So if you have less than 10 employees, then you are not required to constitute the internal committee, whereas the complaints will directly go to the local committee constituted by the district collector, or we call it as district officer under the statute. So these are the very basic requirements which are coming. I've also talked about these things in the previous videos in the channel. There are videos are available, so you are requested to watch. Now these implementations of the provisions and this monitoring has always been taken up before the Supreme Court, because the judiciary is not happy with the implementation by the government machineries. So the topic has taken the last bench. So therefore this has been questioned in the Supreme Courts especially, and then the court has been giving direction so that these provisions are very implemented very fast and accurately. Now especially if you look at one important case which is related to Aureliano Fernandes versus State of Goa, on 10th May 2023, the apex court gave few important directions to the government for the proper implementation of the statute. Now especially which is related to time bound exercise to verify whether local committee and internal committees are constituted in the respective companies and respective districts. So you see the local committees have not been constituted in many organizations, and many organizations do not know the requirement under the Posh Act 2013. They have no ICs. So therefore these are all brought before the apex court, and the apex court gave these important directions to the governments to implement and ensure that the promise which is given in the Act of 2013 is taken very seriously and implemented in every workplace. And also, it also talked about the information related to the local committee and internal committee, their email IDs of the members, contact numbers, and all this is established properly and managed, including online complaint management. And also it gave a direction that bring adequate awareness for prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. So the court, honorable court, has given many other directions in this case as well. And another important direction which came on 12/3/2024, with reference to the same case, and the apex court gave some more directions. More importantly, directed the district officer to upload the implementation information in the shebox portal wherever already implemented. So the shebox portal is launched by the Women and Child Development Ministry under the Government of India, and this shebox portal already gives you the complaint management, the registration of employer, and also the internal committee details, and also the filing of annual returns, filing of information related to training and awareness. All this information is available, which we are going to see that shebox portal also. Now it also gave these directions. In addition to this, there are many other directions to the ministries and other departments, but mainly we are concerned about the implementation part related to private establishment. Majorly, the court gave directions with regard to implementation in the government sector and public sector establishment, but there were many other directions for implementation in every sector, because the promise given in the Act of 2013 is not only limited to the public sector and in undertakings or establishment. It is for every workplace. The women should be protected from sexual harassment. So therefore the state governments and district officers now have taken up the monitoring and implementation of the requirements of the statute through the shebox portal. Even in your states, many of the states have already started implementing the shebox portal, so that every information is available, even including the complaint management. And many of the state governments and the district officers have started issuing the notifications or the directions for the employers to register under the portal, which we also have it in Karnataka. In other states, especially I have seen in NCR, Delhi, and other parts of India. So therefore you have to look into this topic. And as per these directions, employers are asked to register in the portal, declare the details of internal committee, file annual returns through shebox portal, and also provide training related compliance in the portal. So these are the important directions which are coming up. So in the next step, we are also going to look at this this shebox portal and how it is going to work, how to register. And if you look at the shebox portal, it is basically not made mandatory to the employers, but since the portal is available, the district officers and the state governments are utilizing this opportunity to ensure that the compliance is done as per the Act of 2013. And if you look at the provisions of the Act and the rules framed under the Act, so there is no mechanism is provided to file the returns in the online. But however, since this is an important direction coming from the Supreme Court and also from the administrative machinery, you will have to comply this requirement when it comes to your doorstep through notification or direction from your state government or the district officer. So now let's look into the she portal. So friends, let me take you through the shebox portal and what it can contain and what all it can help in fixing the compliances which are related to Posh Act 2013. And this is the shebox portal, which is actually managed by Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. And this can take care of registration of complaints by the complainant. And if you click this,
this will ask you a disclaimer, and then if you want to register the complaint, especially this is available for women's to register their complaint. And once it is clicked, then it will ask you whether you are a central government office or state government office or private sector employee. Then the moment you choose whichever is applicable, then the complaint form gets opened, and you are required to register your name and mobile number and email ID. Once you get registered, then you can get into the complaint registration process. So this is for the woman employee or woman who is aggrieved woman who can register the complaint. Now we are more concerned with the employers, especially which is related to private establishment. Now if you look at this portal, there is workplace nodal office registration, which is not applicable to private establishment, and there is something called private head office registration. Now if you click this will give you certain guidelines. The moment you give proceed, then it will give you a registration details. So you can also, as a private establishment, you can register under she box portal, and then you can manage your compliances under this one. So if you have already registered this process, basically it asks you your company details, your who is the officer who is in charge, all those information it will ask. The moment you give, then it will take you through the registration process. Now if you have already registered, then you can straight away get into a login. So the login, the username and password you must have generated during registration, or it must have been provided your district nodal office or district officer. Now I am going to try one login, and let's look into inside what is already available with regard to compliance under the Posh Act 2013. So the moment you give your registration, then it will get inside. It will allow you to go inside, and then now you can look at this how internally this she box portal looks. Of course, if you go to dashboard, this will only show the sub district office, and this will tell you your company details and who is responsible for the compliance part of it. All those information is available. And this workplace and IC management, there is one this one you don't have to do it, but you can go to private organization. Then in the private organization, you can already see in your district sub district overall already registered, you can see in this portal. And now compliance point of view, you can look at annual report. Now if you click submit annual report, then it will open up the information which is required. For example, number of complaints of sexual harassment, number of cases disposed, and number of cases pending for more than 90 days, how many workshops and awareness you have carried out, and actions taken by the employer, and report which is applicable to which year you are filing this report. Now if you look at this from 2022 to 23, 2024 up to 2024-25 is available, and is report already sent, yes or no, and then date of report sent. You can scan the same file and attach it here. Since it is asking for a report sent, normally what you would have done is you have sent the report to the district officer by manual. Now the same thing you can upload it here. So this is one way. And this annual report list which shows you whether when you have already filed it in the portal. Now there are other compliance provisions. Now if you want to capture the orientation programs or capacity building programs in terms of sexual harassment prevention at your establishment, you can also document when did you do the kind of awareness programs. So further going ahead, now awareness sensitization program for employees, and this is for the internal committee members, and this is for employees. So both you can record it in the portal. So this is what it can help in the employers for carrying out the compliances. So now I am going to log off this. So friends, so we looked at this she box portal, and also we got inside and looked at what are the options are available for you. So basically it can take care of your annual report submission, and you can upload your report which is sent to district officer so that you can have a track, and the orientation programs and also capacity building programs which you conducted for IC members, that is also you can capture. So one way it captures the IC committee members and the details of IC members, including your telephone number and mobile number, so that if your employee uses the she box, then she can see already the internal committee details, and directly the complaint will go to them, or the portal will forward the complaint to the your internal IC committee members. And in addition to that, you have a possibility of looking at your complaints and putting all your complaints information in the portal. So therefore, though it is made mandatory for public sector undertakings and public sector establishments, slowly the department and your district collector or the district officer, they are using this facility to capture the information of ICs and complaints via she portal. You may have a guideline or a direction from your district collector to upload the information in this portal. The moment it comes to you, it becomes your obligation to file information in the she-box portal. So because the implementing agency is telling you to implement it. So thank you very much for watching this important video, friends. As I told in the beginning, there is an update that in the channel there is paid channel is available, members only channel is available, and many of the technical videos are uploaded with statutory provisions very clearly explained and also backed by the judicial trend. So therefore, if you have already not become the member only channel member, so you are requested to become the member, so that you can have intense information and intense learning will happen for you, and you can minimize, of course, your legal and compliance cost. Thank you very much for watching, friends. Today I will sign off at the moment, and we'll see you soon in the next video with new information, friends. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic days ahead. Thank you again.